Hello and welcome back to Outriders. I am Sovereign. Today we are going to talk about the story in Outriders. Now I know what you're thinking, the story is shit, too many holes, certain elements are just forced on you like a bulldozer. And while you are correct with some of these things, there is a whole massive load of story holes that are filled with some side quest content. Usually in RPGs, quests are their own entity, short stories on the side as you travel through the world doing the main quests and storylines. And I feel this is where Outriders did it all wrong. By naming them side quests, only a select type of people who are completionists will ever do them all. And at first I agreed that the story was lackluster and it really had no depth, but I just did my third run through of the game on my Devastator. Starting off with a Technomancer, got bored with the bullet build and I just steamrolled the story to get max level and get CT15 on it to get my farm on. Then onto the Trickster for some more hands-on gameplay. Again, bored of the bullet build, stuck it on World Tier 1 and just blasted the story and worked my way up the expedition ladder, but I only made it to 10 before I got bored completely skipping all the side quest content. So I decided to pick up and try the Devastator, and this time I went through the entire story, running all side quests as I ran into them. I am a glutton for punishment, with the Devastator being seen as the weakest of all classes, and that couldn't be farther from the truth. I'm having an absolute blast playing that character, much more fun than any other cast that I've played so far. I will be starting to stream my casual gameplay, why not? I am playing anyway, so I might as well stream it. So if you'd like to see some of that content, remember to like the video and subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know when I go live. But anyway, with that massive sidestep out of the way, let's get back into what this actual video is about. I'm terrible at just going off on random rants, it happens all the time. So, side quests. This is kind of misleading. While there are a few side quests that have nothing to do with the main story, most of them really add depth to the story and the characters finding out who they are, why they are doing what they're doing, and oftentimes why they are in the world in the first place. These should be named story quests, as 9 times out of 10 quests add no real depth to the experience of the overarching story. In this case, they add layers upon layers of character development that were not there during the main quest line. You meet some weird and wonderful characters along the way, adding much needed lore to the game world, and if you're anything like me, stories are why I play RPGs. Now before you go off on a comment tirade, but this is a shooter first and an RPG second, the story doesn't matter, you may be right, but there is a lot Outriders has to offer story-wise. Players like myself really enjoy overarching stories over gameplay. I mean, the gameplay has to be good, but it's not the be-all end-all of my RPG playthroughs. Just going through the main story of the game can leave most people somewhat confused. Why is Tiago in that cell? One of the side quests gives you that information. Juno Pascal gives you some information regarding how hard it is to live within the forest, and gives you some much-needed life to the otherwise dead setting. The mysterious Wanderer turns out to be someone very important and seems like it's setting up a new story. Mercer Acosta gives you some backstory to some of your old Outrider colleagues during your downtime in the freezer. Not even to mention, a lot of these main story side quests offer you legendaries for completing them. So if you're not into the story, there are still some very good reasons why you should complete the side quests anyway. There are only 25 of them, so it doesn't really take too long. I finished everything from start to finish in 2 days. Granted, I no life the shit out of it. Saying all that, the story isn't anything like a masterpiece. There were still some really annoying aspects that I feel just didn't need to be any part of the game. Trying to throw shock value content in your face with no build up. I won't spoil any of the story for those who haven't finished the game yet, but it just felt like the writers tried too hard to get some oh shit moments out of the story, and it ended up just falling on its face. What really adds some depth to the story is the voice acting. It is top notch and I really enjoyed the characters. And that certainly makes up for some of the inadequacies of the main storyline. If you do enjoy story content in games, make sure to do all the side quests, and doing them as they pop up is definitely one of the better ways to do it, so all of the timelines fit and you can really experience the entire story. I really enjoyed the story so much more when I did this. So let me know down below what you thought of the story in Outriders. Did you love it? Hate it? Did you even care that it existed? Remember to like the video if you did enjoy it, and sub for more Outriders content. As I said earlier, I will be starting to stream Outriders in the future with some Devastator content, going from CT3 to 15, and then doing the same for other characters except the Technomancer, of course, because I've already done it. I want to thank you all for watching and for taking the time to listen to my rambling. Fly safe and avoid local chat scams.